Hi, I'm Tiffany Foster, and here we are at the International Ring at Spruce Meadows. Well, before we came to the Spruce Meadows summer series here, Eric and we are sponsored by Artisan Farms and the Ziegler family, and they graciously purchased us some new mounts that we could come and participate in the events here and all over the world. So Eric got a horse called Power Play, a 9-year-old gelding, and I got a horse called Verdi 3. They were both from PS Schwitzer in Switzerland. About Verdi, well, we were looking for a horse for me that already had a lot of experience, that I would be able to sort of step right into the big classes, because generally at this level of the sport, you kind of ease your way into it. You start a little slower, you develop the horse, and you continue on. And I am lucky, fortunate enough to be able to purchase a horse that was already sort of competing at this level. And that's what we were really looking for, one that was really ready to go, that didn't need 6 months, 3 months, that was ready to step in, and he's proven to be exactly what we were looking for. Well, it's a lot about the partnership, and that just takes time to form. So it's not easy to go and jump these classes right away on horses that you don't know, because it's such a delicate thing, you know. 6 inches makes a big difference, and if a horse shifts a little left, shifts a little right, takes a little bit, all that stuff makes a big deal in the end. And those are just things that you learn as you know the horse. So that's what makes it difficult to go right away and jump big classes. But we did not have a lot of time together. We bought him literally 2 days before we came to Spruce Meadows, so I wasn't able to compete or do anything really. I didn't ride him until he got here. I tried him in Switzerland, and then we brought him right here, and the first time I jumped a course with him was the meter 45 here. I jumped 3 meter 45 classes, then the Nations Cup. No, not really. I mean, you just kind of have to depend a little on your own skill and your own time that you've spent riding other horses. You know, as a young rider, I rode a lot of catch horses, so I think once you have experience doing that, it's a little easier to adapt. So yeah, you just kind of have to go with it, really. You can't do too much, you know. It's not like you can jump, okay, I'm going to jump 100 jumps in the warm-up, so I know I'm a bit better. They're going to be you got to just kind of go with it. Verdi? Verdi is amazing, pretty much. Yeah, so far I haven't really found anything that I don't love about him. So, yeah, he's awesome. He's very playful. With Steve Gerdad here, good friend. Yeah, he's very playful. He's actually kind of not going to say annoying, but he's very in your face. He likes to kiss and hug and bite and things like that. Victor's actually pretty chill. He was actually really happy Verdi came, because then he didn't have to jump these big jumps. But somehow, I don't know how it happened, but Verdi's become extremely attached to Victor. I don't know how. Like, Victor leaves, he's screaming, pawing, neighing. He misses him if he leaves. Oh, nice. He's very cute. I actually got a new horse. This was only a few weeks ago that I got this one. Her name's Melody Desayette, and so we purchased her after we returned from Calgary. So nobody in Canada has probably seen her yet, but she's really exciting. Very, very nice horse. 9-year-old mare. I think has a really strong future. Yeah, to have support like the Zieglers is just, I mean, if we didn't have them, I mean, we're half the team right now, so we'd be in a bit of trouble. Yeah, being the newbie to kind of like, oh, all right, yay, I get to be on the team. Yeah, it's really cool. I mean, the guys are so nice, and you know, I find Canada, I've said this before, Canada has an extremely deep depth of great riders. We just lack a little bit in the horsepower, and I think really the main sort of reason behind that is the financial situation. You know, it's expensive. These horses are expensive, and we just don't have a lot of owners in Canada. But the ones that we do have are incredible, and so we're really thankful to have them. And yeah, so now I get to go on a lot of teams now, because I have a lot of horses. So it's pretty cool. It's good experience, and I hope to be continuing to improve and evolve. And I really hope I can be a strong force on the Canadian team for the future. Yeah, I mean, I think when you're on course, you ride. You know, whether you're riding for 25,000, 100,000, million, I think in the end, but it's just the level of difficulty. So I'm sure, like you said, it's going to bring the top riders of the sport, and it's going to be difficult jumping for sure, but just got to make sure we're good enough. Anybody who gets at this level of the sport has to be a true professional, you know? So I think that in the end of the day, you just make your plan a little bit better, you know? Or not better, but you really think through your plan. You're going to make sure you bring your strongest horse to the classes that mean the most to you, depending on where that you are, you know. Obviously, Spruce Meadows will always be our #1 priority. We're Canadian, so we're going to bring our A game as best as we can. And I think that most people, you're just going to see people sort of planning where they're going to use their more competitive horses or horses that need experience a little bit more depending on the prize money. But I think, like I said, everybody riding at this level is a professional and they know how to handle that, so. Yeah, I love it. I love when the crowd cheers when you go in. It for sure boosts your morale, and I really think a good horse, it also helps them. You know, Eric used to always talk about how Hickstead would just grow like 10 feet as soon as he heard the crowd cheering for him. And I think that these good horses that know they're competing, I think it makes a big difference. So the louder that they can cheer, the better. Oh yeah, absolutely. And I had a lot of support. It was incredible, the support I had after the Olympics last year, and even actually the Nations Cup here wasn't great. But everybody's always been super nice, super supportive, and 100% behind you. So that's great. I don't know. That's just my personality. I'm from Canada. I'm from the west coast of Canada. Come on, we're all friendly, aren't we?